Hello, my friends. Welcome and welcome back to the channel. This is Tanya at Sidegigcrafts. And you guys, I have to start my video today with an apology. I'm starting with an apology. You know why? Because I have been a very bad P.O. box owner. And I got a letter that was post dated March 24th, the end of March. And here it is, the middle of May, and this was in my box today. And I haven't been very often in between, so it was probably there soon after, and I just feel so bad. This is a letter from Atara Levi that sent me. Look at this, I'm not going to cover the address. Look at this beautiful, beautiful envelope. And it's gorgeous. I love this envelope. It's handmade paper. It's got the fibers and everything in there. I was so careful trying to not tear it. So enclosed are a few horse items. So she sent me some horse items after I did my horse journal. And I remember, I believe it was her that said that she had some things that she would send me. And she did. And that's so, so sweet. And thank you so much for that. Gosh, I hope I didn't scare her away by not responding sooner, but I didn't have them until today, and I went to the post office box. I kind of peeked inside but I hadn't looked at the papers that she sent yet. Cute little belly band to hold that shut. And then look, it's horse, horseback, horsehair, horseless man. There's lots of different things in here. We've got horrid and horrible, horrendous horoscope, horny and hornet and horn. Lots of different things on it. And then we've got bee stuff too, so that's kind of fun. But it's got the horses on there, so that's awesome. I can use those. And then I think this is another, oh, there's a horse napkin. Oh, look at the horse. Look at that. This must be from a dictionary page. Horse car, horse chestnut, horse flesh, horse fly, horse hair, horseman, horseplay, horsepower. Thank you so, so much. These are awesome. This has got to be vintage because it's breaking here. I'm being very careful with it. And there's a napkin in here. There's a couple napkins in there. Look at that. Ooh, I love it. I love it. I did a horse journal. I think where this came from was I did a horse journal a little while back. Absolutely loved making it. I had horses when I was younger. And I love them. So I'm going to be making another one. Oh, this is from the Black Beauty book. Look at that. Thank you so much. This looks like it's probably pretty vintage or fairly old also. Oh, this is great. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love it. Thank you so much for those. And once again, I do apologize. I am so sorry that I haven't opened this sooner, that I didn't go pick it up sooner. I will do better, but if it says anything, I got 2 letters and a bunch of junk mail in all this time since then. So that's why I don't go very often, because there's not usually stuff in there unless I'm running a challenge or something like that. So thank you for sending these. I promise I'll be getting to my post office box sooner. Now this one is a little more recent. This is from Creating with Jovi. She's got her P.O. box on there, so I'm not worried about it. She sent this one in May. So this one hasn't been too long in my box, but this is also a rack and or random act of kindness that I wasn't expecting. So thank you, Jovi, for whatever's in here. You ladies are both made my day very special today. Oh, let's open that up. Oh, and it's purple. What did you send me? You didn't have to send me anything. Neither of you did. It's very, very kind. I love receiving mail because I'm never expecting it. Not. Oh, no wonder it didn't tear. It's got something crocheted there. I hope I didn't cut it. It kind of glued into the bag. Oh, there we go. I got it now. I got it now. Jovi, 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 what did you send me? What did you send me, Jovi? This is pretty. Did you make this? That's really pretty. It doesn't look crocheted. It looks like it's the type of yarn. Yeah, it really glued on there. And then we've got a beautiful little paper flower right here. Super cute. The male squished it just a little bit. I'm going to tear that because it's stuck on pretty good. What did you send? I'm going to reuse that if I can. What did you send me? How cute is that? We're doing a mermaid swap. Look how cute that is. I love this. Feels like not leather but fabric. And it says thank you on the back. Let me see. I'll show you guys the front of the card. I might read the note to myself. Look how darling that is. Oh my gosh, I love the shells and everything on here. Let me see what the note says. She just thanked me for being a part of the swap from her and Jesse, which you guys will see. I just recorded, actually I mailed out my package today and recorded what I'm sending to my partner who is crafting Rose. You guys will be seeing that after she receives it. So that'll be coming up soon. So she's just thanking me for being a part of it. And look at her beautiful digital. She made me an ATC. Thank you, Jovi. Thank you so much. That's beautiful. I love it. And I love this too. I love VW vans. You didn't know this, but they have kind of a special place in my heart. So thank you so much for these. And we're going to do a project today. Actually, I'm going to do, in this video, I'm also going to do a little haul that I did today. I went shopping at May Made It. And I have a little haul for you guys today. So let's put that aside. I'm going to clean up my desk just a little bit. I'm going to show you that. And we're going to do a project together. All right, here we go. We've got a little more space here. Look at these bags that they put everything. Isn't that cute? I love it. I met Sylvia, and I met May and Vinny, and I met Shannon, and everybody was just so nice. They are just so nice. And the shop was beautiful. I didn't stay very long. They had been in a meeting that morning, and I, of course, didn't want to interrupt that, but I know that they had other customers that came in and were talking to them, and I just wanted to say hey and enjoy the shop. So, oh, you saw my receipt. I spent $52.67. So I will put that aside. Okay, so guess what? Since I was there, I had to get a May stamp. You guys look at this. I'm going to make a card with this. I think this is going to be our project today. Isn't that beautiful? It says, and he will be our peace. Blessed thou be when comest in and goest out. My presence shall go with you. I will give you rest. And to those today, those actually spoke a lot to my heart today. So this was the one that I chose out of so many beautiful stamps that she has. You guys, she's got all of her stuff online if you want to see it. I did do a quick walkthrough video. You can't really see things individually. I just kind of went through fast. But there are so many different ones to choose from. And if you love scripture-based ones, they're there. If you love just basic ones, they're there. There's something for everybody in her shop. So be sure to check that out at maymaymadeit.com. I believe is the website. Yep, maymaymadeit.com. And you'll find some beautiful, beautiful things. She also had this 3D textured impression. You guys, this reminds me, I've never seen this one before. This reminds me of a comforter at my grandma's. And it just, I fell in love with it. And I think it's actually this big too, which is great. And it was reasonably priced. So I said, yeah, let's add that to my collection. I love this one. It's just so beautiful. Look, it is. It's huge. I could fit a big old card in that. Look at that. I can't wait. So that was there. I love, love, love it. Maybe we'll use this with this. You think we could do that? I think we could. That's a good idea. Maybe I'll do that. All right, so we've got those. I got myself some double-sided sticky tape because I ran out of anything that size. So we're just going to add this right up here. I got some stuff I really needed, guys. I didn't just go spend to spend. I didn't really splurge at all. I just got things I needed. So I got some double-sided sticky tape. There we go. It's on my lamp. So now I have it. And I needed some thin magnets recently, and I didn't have any. I was going to use them on that Christmas folio, and I didn't have any, so I did get some. They were fairly expensive. They're only $8.40. And how many are in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. That's 20. So that's really a decent price, honestly. So I got those. And last but certainly not least, I got 10 more sheets of acetate because I don't have any full sheets of acetate. And I needed it. So there we go. I got acetate. And that's it for today. But we're going to make a card. And I think I'm going to make it with this stamp, because I think that would be beautiful. And we're going to use this embossing folder. And we're going to make a beautiful, beautiful card together today. So hang tight and I'll show you how we're going to do it. Okay, my friends, this is where we're going to start. This is going to be the part that we use in our embossing folder. I cut it 5.5 by 5. So it will be the width of a greeting card, the height, plus a little bit more. We're going to score this at 3/4 of an inch because I believe it would be 4 1/4. So 3/4 of an inch is going to be our fold line, and you'll see why. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is put this in my folder, and I don't think I want the stripe to go this way across the card, and I think I want it to be the lightest side. You'll see the pattern up here. Oh, good, you can see it. It's heavier, denser, thicker through here, but it gets lighter up here. That's where I want the sky to be. Now, I say the sky because I'm going to make a scene, and this is going to be the frame for the scene. So I want it to suggest a sky. And we're going to actually stick this right there on the fold line. So I'm going to fold it, put it like this, and then I'm going to run it through my embossing folder. And then I'll show you the next step. Okay, it turned out beautifully. Look at that. Isn't it gorgeous? This would be so pretty to use a gilding wax or something likely to go over it, or an ink or something. Not going to do that though. Now, one thing, I did change my plan a little bit because it 3D'd it, and it's just so thin and delicate, which I wasn't sure. I should have known that it would be. But I'm going to go ahead and cut that off, and we're going to go ahead and attach this to another piece of card. So I'm going to touch it. Oh no. Shooty. Okay, I'm not going to do that yet because I just realized I made a big mistake. Okay, you guys, here's the thing. Let's cut this one down to the right size and I'll explain. So here's the thing. I need to run it back through one more time for a window. Well, if I run this piece back through the folder, it's going to smash all that. I have to cut the circle out before I emboss it. So we're going to do this again. Mistakes can be made, but we learn from them, and that is okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and fold this in half so I know where to place that circle and how big I'm going to need it. So let's go ahead and fold this in half. And I'm going to run another piece. My card's going to be a little small because I don't want to waste. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this back down to, no, leave it. Leave it. It'll be okay to be, if I don't like it, I'll fix it. Okay, so here's the thing. I need to cut this one too. At 4 1/4 is the top of my card. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to place these right here. I'm going to have to trim this one up just a smidge. Somehow it's just a smidge long here. I don't know why. All right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to tape these lightly with some of my crafting tape. Actually, I'm going to use my mint tape. I know that this one is not sticks super, super good. I'm going to use some mint tape right, that's lined up at the bottom, which is perfect, right here at the side, and right here at the side. This tape will not damage my paper. And then I'm going to get out a circle die. Now here's the question. How big is this church? I want this church, of course, to be the focal point. On my picture, on my card. So I'm going to put this church right here. And I'm okay if, no, it's going to go on the inside, but I'm just looking for the right circle frame to fit. It doesn't need to be the whole church, but I'd like it to be a good part of it, so you know it's a church. Maybe one bigger? Is that one bigger? I think that would be perfect. And yeah, I think that would be perfect. I can go just right about there. And that's pretty close to center, I think. So I'm going to take some tape. I'm going to take this out. Put that there. Put a little on the other side, because I want this hole to cut through both pieces of paper. Okay, now I'm going to go run this through. And then I'm going to run the top piece. After that hole is cut, I'm going to run the top piece back through my embossing folder, and then I'll be back. Okay, my friends, here we go. So I went ahead and embossed this one through the folder. And that one. And you know what might be fun too? It might be fun to lift this one up just a little bit. It might be. It also stretched the paper a little. That's good. That's okay. But I feel like the paper might be a little weak for that. So maybe, did I turn this the wrong way? I did. It's supposed to go this way. Okay, so what I'm going to do, honestly, if I could put acetate in there. It would make it sturdier. I mean, I have some. It's what we got today. Should I do that? Let's do that. Why not? Let's use it. As I say that, I think, oh, I have a piece that's cut probably close to the right size already. But it might be really dirty. This one's really dirty. Let's just get a clean one. Let's just open it up. Let's use all the toys today. And now it's sticking to the tape there. Come on, come on, come on. All right. Acetate sheet. Okay, now I'm not going to need a huge one. Just about that big. So, what, about 4 by 4, you think? That sounds about right. Maybe 4 1/8. Why don't we do 4 1/8? I think that'll be plenty big without wasting. Put that there. I need to take better care of my acetate so it doesn't get scratched up in between uses. Perfect. This is much thicker than what I have over here to the side. And that might be too tall. Is it too tall? 4 1/8. Because it needs to go in between here. Oh, I think that's going to be beautiful. I think it's just about perfect. I am going to use scissors and trim it just slightly this way. I'm not using scissors for that. We're just going to do it to 4. In fact, I'm just going to go to 4 all the way around. I'm getting fingerprints all over it. That's okay. I can still wipe it off. Ugh. It's not a shaker where it's going to be closed in and I can't clean it, so it'll be okay. All right, now, here's the thing. Now, this is lumpy, so I'm going to use my new tape. Yay! There's another new toy I can use. Oh, it's sticking to my stamp. All right, and I had to take it down so I could get the other tape off, so it's now on my desk. Let's use this one. Oh, it's too thick. Okay. There's the challenge. On parts, it's too thick. But those parts do matter. All right, so let's do tape here. Do tape here. Oh, I did not. You guys, you didn't stop me. I'm just going for it. Tell me I don't have to do this one more time. Well, let's see if this one will come off easier. Mistakes are going to happen. It's going to happen from time to time, guys. It just is. Okay. All right. So, me, myself, and me. I'm going to go try this again. Be right back. All right. You think we might get it right this time? I should say, you think I might get it right this time? Maybe. Maybe. So what I did, I had to use this other piece because some of my tape stuck a little bit too hard. And so we'll cut this one here, and then I will fold the other one. It's going to be beautiful, I promise. And then we'll fold this one. I mean, I don't know how it couldn't be. Sorry, just fold this one in half. Just remember to cut your circle before you emboss, because otherwise it'll smush it all out and you'll just have a smushed embossing. It'll still look like it was embossed, but it won't look the same. Okay, so there's that. Now this is a little bendy foldy, and that's part of the reason why I wanted 2 layers, is because it is a bit soft. Now, you want to put your tape on the wrong side of the paper when you put the acetate in. So this is the wrong side. I double checked. Let's try this part again. Okay. Put that there. And really, we're just holding it in place. It doesn't have to, it's not going to be a shaker, so it doesn't have to be sealed up tight. We just need to put some tape on here to get it to hold. And I may have to trim this a little bit more, so I don't want to put that tape up too high. We'll add some glue also because that will help with the sturdiness a bit. Now I didn't check the size of this to make sure I got it right, but it looks pretty darn close. Now, if your blade is like this and you've got some shredding up there, take one of these sanding blocks, just a sponge with sandpaper, just go over that edge just a little bit, and it'll take care of that for you. My blade is not as thick as it should be. I mean, it's not as sharp as it should be, is what I meant to say. And so I have a little bit of that going on from time to time. So I just need to trim or sand that back just a little. And on this one too. Hopefully I'll get that fixed. I just need to go pick up a new blade. It shouldn't be that hard. Oop. All right, there we go. There's that. Now, we're going to, well, we got to not forget the acetate. That's what this all was about, all that fuss. Let's get those stickies off there. Will that work? Sometimes it can be a little hard to release the paper off of this, off the tape when it's embossed. But just keep at it, it'll come up. There we are. One more time. Okay, there we go. So that's going to be placed on there. And I think some of my tape is not going to reach. That's okay. That's quite all right. It's going to be just fine. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my glue and go around the edges this way. I want to try to get it as much on the edges as I can. Because of the texture of the paper, it can be a little bit difficult to stick. So you want to make sure you get it real good on that embossed page. All right. And then we're going to flip it back over onto this one, right side up, and line that up real good. Now we could have made a shaker out of it. That would be super cute. That's a little more involved than I want to be today. I was looking for something simple. I think I failed on that count. Oh, you know what? I didn't do, and I'm failing again. So not just around the outsides, guys. Let's get some glue. We need the glue here too. All around the card, even on the, just where it'll hide. You don't want it all over the middle of the acetate, of course, but you do want this all to stick, not just the edges. Okay, let's try that again. Go ahead and stick it down. And line up your sides. Gosh, I hope this isn't going to be a messy card after all this fuss. Remember that sometimes your embossing folder may stretch your paper just a bit, and your lines may not match up perfectly. Just do your best to get them lined up. You can see a little bit where my circle comes out. It shows just a little bit. It's okay. Just do your best to get them over the top. I think it'll be okay. Nobody's going to be staring at that part, okay? That's not the idea. Or if you want to avoid that completely, you can make the outer circle smaller than the bigger circle, and then it won't show from the front. All right, we should have a nice smooth card now, and that will be thicker, a little more handleable. Let's open it up, make sure it's not glued shut. Okay, good. Okay, now what I want to do is make a design for the inside. Now here's the tricky part. Now I could stamp directly on the back here, but if I do that, then there's no place to write anything. So what I'd like to do is take another card and put the design on it. I need one a little bit bigger than this one, I think. Or I can just make a hinge. Is this one bigger? Nope, I'm just going to cut another piece because I know what I need. All right, this is 4 1/4. I'm going to do 4 3/4 on this one by 5. Because if I remember correctly, we cut this card at 5. Is that correct? Widthwise, this should be the same. What? That's all right. It's a little bit off. That's okay. That's all right, because we're going to center it. So it won't matter much. All right, and then I went over on this one by 1/2 inch because we're going to fold it. So we're going to score at 1/2 inch. And this is what we're going to stamp our picture on. And then it'll go inside the card this way. So the picture will show here. When they open it up, they'll flip this piece up too. I'm going to trim it down just a little tiny bit. And then when they open it up here, they can write their sentiment here. We're just going to take just a touch off this one. And it'll line up, it'll look a little more like the edges, because there's a little border on the edges. So there'll be a little border there too. Okay, so let's just work on this piece for now. I'm going to go ahead and get out my stamping mat because it is my best tool for stamping properly. And I've made enough mistakes today that I'd really like to get this one right. So put this here. I don't know where my magnets are though. So I'll use a little tape. Just a little. Just hold it down just a bit. Okay, then I'm going to place my church down here at the bottom. I want it between there and the fold line and centered as much as I can so it fits right in that circle. You go up just a touch. Okay. Oops, there we go. Oh, my paper didn't stay down very well, did it? Okay. Well, line it up again. Try that again. I guess since we'll be stamping several times, I'll put a few more things. And then I need to probably prime that stamp just a little bit. Okay, that's good. That's where I want it. And then I'm going to use my archival. My archival works pretty good. Everybody tells me about VersaFine Claire, and I want to get some, but I think that's after this is all gone. Because this works pretty good too. Just make sure it gets all inked up, not too squishy. And then flip it and ink it. Okay, I'm gonna let it sit there for just a little bit and then pick it up. Not bad, not perfect. That's okay. First time we use a stamp, that's what I would expect. I love this little church. She had several stamps with different churches. This one was my favorite. It wasn't overdone. It was just a simple, humble little church. And that's just what I wanted. There we go. Just right there in the middle where it had trouble. This time should be fine. And it's not. What the world? And I've got some lines, so I kind of moved it a little bit. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave that alone for now. I do want to stamp one more. And there's a reason for this. This one doesn't have to be perfect at all. This one, I just want a little, I'm going to need a cutout. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to stamp this one. All right, that's perfect for what I need. Take this one off. Put it over there, cover up my ink. What I'm going to do is I'm going to fussy cut this one out. And then we're going to use some other stamps. And I'm going to go right to that black border there. Or as close to it as I can. Do. It's a lot of work, isn't it? But you know what? It's going to be worth it. It's going to be fun. Hopefully you'll learn some card technique or some stamping techniques or something here that maybe something you've never seen before, or you know how to fix something when you make a big old fat mistake. Maybe something like that. Maybe you'll just enjoy laughing along with me. Because you know what? We all make mistakes. It happens. Everybody does. And there's nothing wrong with that. We learn from them. There we are, and there we are, and all right. I don't need to do the bottom part. Don't need to do the bottom. Now, what am I going to do about that? Okay, so here's what I'm going to do about that. I got these pins. And I'm just going to kind of fill it in. I'm not worried about if it's perfect. I just want it to be as dark as the rest of it so it doesn't look like I messed up. So just little spots. It'll help fill that in. And this is just a micro pen. It's a micron. You could use whatever thickness you're comfortable with. This is a 0.005, if that matters. It's just the first one I grabbed. And like I said, I'm just coloring in where the lines didn't go. I would just stamp it one more time, but it looks like I've already missed. My paper moved a little bit. So I don't want to keep doing that and making more mistakes on it. So this is my next option. And this is not supposed to have double panes there, so it really did move, but that's okay. I'm going to leave it there because I think it looks kind of cool. I think it looks pretty cool. All right, that was the biggest part that I needed to do. I think we're fine with that. Now, what am I doing with this one? Why in the world did she cut a second one? Well, I'm going to put it over this. A little piece of tape there. I'm just going to put it over this one. I'm going to line it up the best that I can. Okay. And then I'm going to get out some of these other stamps from the set. Such as some trees. I'd like the trees to look like they're coming up from behind the church. So if I mask that off, oops, that's stuck on there. I don't think it's supposed to. With that masked off, when I stamp this, it's going to look like it's coming up from behind the church. I'll have to put it back. I think it'll be okay right here. And then I'm going to do this one the same way. Right about there. They'll share the same grass line. And then is there anything else that I want to put on there? I think we'll start with that because we're going to do green. Oops. So let's get those onto the stamp. And everything wants to lift up. There we go. And I'm going to go with this cool forest moss. And I'm going to probably do, I think I'm going to do a couple colors, so it's okay if it doesn't stamp complete. I'm not trying to soak it in this ink because I'm going to use another one too. We're going to start with this one. You can see I missed spots. That's quite all right. Stamp it on there. It's going to look like a hot mess for a minute, but you'll see where I'm going. You will see. I'm going to hold this down since I'm having a little trouble there with it staying down. And then I'm going to get another color. Let's try like a spruce because we want bright on there too. And this one I think I'm going to go a little heavier, and I don't care if my greens mix. I'm okay with that. And let's do it again. We'll see how that turns out, if I need to add anything else to it. Uh-oh, this one doesn't want to come up. Okay, I'm going to take this one off because I like that tree. And I'm going to press this one down once again because it's still got the ink there. I think it just didn't make contact. Let's try that. Much better. Okay, not perfect. That's okay, we're stamping. All right, now, next thing I'd like to do, I'd like to take some blue because we want a blue sky, right? So let's take a pretty blue. How about stormy sky? How blue is that? Is that pretty blue? Let's try it. Let's try it on another piece of paper and see how it turns out. Let's put it on here. Yeah, that's nice. Okay, I'm going to leave this mask on here because I want to go directly around the church and put this sky just around here. I don't want to go into the green. It's smearing just a little. Could have dried it better first. Maybe I could do this first. Boop. Get some of that off of there. That adds a beautiful sky to it. I know, hot mess. Don't worry, we're going to fix it. It's going to get better. All right, and then we're going to take this mask off, see what we've got. See how that just comes out perfectly clean? I love that. And I don't think I want to stamp, well, I will. I'll stamp the sentiment on there yet. So we'll just hold on to that for a minute. In fact, we'll just put that there. No, we won't. And then, how can we color? I'm thinking about, I want to use, what do I want to use? I want to use a little green down here. I've got green on my brush. I think I might have enough green to just kind of color it just a little bit. It's actually looking a little more brown, so it's probably not forest moss. Well, it could be forest moss. It's burnt timber. What is it? It's the timber one. I can't think of what it's called. You know, my favorite one that I can't think of the name of it right now. That one. Okay, I think that's super cute. Let's go ahead. I wish I had a, oh, I have colored pencils would work. Or I have my Tim Holtz watercolor pencils. Those would work better. We're going to add a little detail in here, guys. So, oh, I found my magnets. They're sticking my Tim Holtz boxes together. That'll go there. Where's my brown? Here's my brown. You can use these as watercolors, or you can use them as pencils. Right now I'm going to use it as a pencil because I want to kind of put some brown tinge to this base right here. And then kind of just up through here. It's just going to be a hint. It doesn't need to be a straight line. It's not something somebody's going to notice outright. It's just a hint of it. And that green actually has a tone of brown in it, so it works really nicely. Okay, and it kind of cleaned up those gaps in there too, which is nice. Very nice. Okay, now I'm curious. Isn't there a white pencil in these sets? Maybe not. There's not. I don't think I need it. Do I need it? Probably not. Do we want to color that door? That's a good question. How about this one? Frayed burlap would be nice there. How about if we do this? I think. Yes, that's the color I want for the door. Can you guys see? Here we are. Would have been cute with the red door too, wouldn't it? But then it would look a little more Christmassy, and that's not what I'm going for. I think I'm going to put yellow in the windows. Just like a goldenrod. Like, is this green or is it yellow? It looks like a yellowish greenish. Let's look and see. It is fossilized amber, which is a golden, which is great. We'll put this in the windows. Want it to be warm and inviting, right? You know what would be cute too is to cut out these windows and put acetate behind there. Be a labor of love right there though. Be super cute. All right, there we go. There's some beautiful picture there. And I want a sentiment. So what's next? We need, which should be our sentiment? Blessed thou be when comest in and goest out, and he will be our peace. My presence shall go with you. I will give you rest. I like this one. Blessed thou be when comest in and goest out. Now my question is, if this is in my card, I kind of want the sentiment to be stamped in a position where it won't show when this is closed. So let's move those. Let's fold this back. Still cute. Look how cute that is. I love it. So it won't work because it's too big. So what we're going to do, that's quite all right. We're going to go ahead and glue this down to the back. Maybe we'll do that. All right, we're going to butt this up right against there, I think. Right up against there. Spacing it as evenly as I can on all sides and folding this down. And then what I'd like to do is I'd like to get a blue piece of paper because we've got blue in there, and use that on the inside for the sentiment. That's too small. That's too big, but it'll work. I think this is a good blue that will match almost perfectly. So with side to side, it was 5 inches. I think. I'll test it again. By, good grief. I want the measurements of the one inside, not the one outside. Yeah, 5 inches. That's going to be 4 1/4. So 5 inches by 4 1/4. And it was a little bit smaller than that, so we'll go to 4 1/8. Well, this folds perfectly in here so that won't show. It will. So that's going to be the part we write on. Okay, I think that's perfect. Good, good, good. So let's go ahead and put this one down. Hopefully the magnets will work much better. We will put this right here in the middle-ish, as straight as I possibly can pretend to be. I don't need this anymore. Guys, we're almost done. This has been fun, even with the mistakes and everything. It's been fun. I hope you're enjoying it too. All right, so I really got to unsticky these. I do need the black again, which was over here. Just chilling, waiting for me to get it out again. We will press that. Hopefully this one will work a little better. And I won't be lifting it up and making extra lines or anything. But if I do, we know how to fix it, don't we? Okay, so here we go. Yay! First try with all the stamp massaging I did there. We can move this out of the way. We're on our final step. Our final completed step. I've got so many envelopes to make for cards, guys. I really do. Okay, this one is going to get glued down. This card would also be really cute with stitching. It would be really cute. I'll show you some other ideas I have too. Okay, so there is our finished card. It would be super cute with like stitching around here. Or you could put holly. You could put holly and berries around here. You could put Christmas snow. All kinds of things you could do with it. You could layer this so it pops up and make a zoomed window. Really, really cute. I hope that you guys enjoyed this. I really had fun making it. Thanks for being patient with me. And hopefully, like I said, hopefully you learned a few things. I want to thank May May and team today for their kindness and just, you know, being there for all of us all the time and all that they do to spread the ministry as well as, you know, teach us stuff because they're amazing at it. Thanks so much. And yeah, go make a card, guys. Love you all. See you next time. Bye-bye.